is that I used to do hotel seminars to try and get clients. That's how I used to try and get clients. And I used to have them at the Oakland Marriott. I'm in the East Bay. I live in Walnut Creek, so I used to have them in the Oakland Marriott. And I advertised them in the newspaper. This is my ad. And I put them on the radio. And this is not cheap, right? Doing this stuff is not inexpensive. And it's so old school. But at the time, I didn't know any better. And I was, I'm 38 years old, so I guess some people will call me young, others would call me old, but I was kind of afraid of the internet. I didn't really get it. And this was just a few years back. But those ads, they cost me, every time I did it, between the hotel room and the radio and the newspaper ads, it was just shy of $3,000. And sometimes I'd have like 8 people there. It was awful. And not like affluent people, by the way. Seriously, the people who show up to this stuff is pretty much maybe a little bit lower on the totem pole. So it was awful. And then I got so frustrated with it that in January 2006, which is just over 3 years ago, I took the same content that I was sharing in those seminars, and I recorded them just with a microphone into my computer, and I posted them on iTunes, the iTunes Music Store, as a podcast. Okay? And some of you here, there's one person in particular who's a podcaster, and I'm sure there's others. But here's the deal. iTunes is a raging river. Okay, it's what I call a raging river. Tons of traffic. Okay, tons of traffic. And there are people on raging rivers who are searching for things. Okay? Bottom line is, do they have something to find of yours when they're searching on iTunes? Okay, this is everything we're going to talk about is posting something to find. Right? Can you be found on MySpace? Can you be found on Facebook? Can you be found on LinkedIn or YouTube or Twitter or in this case, iTunes? And for me, it was unbelievable because I'm telling you, I was completely shocked. At the time, it was crazy. Anyway, it's been downloaded over 50,000 times in 27 countries. And I was, I was like, who are these people, right? There were people downloading my podcast about U.S. mortgages in Holland. It was the weirdest thing. And that's another quick point that I want to throw in before we really jump in. And that is that if you do this right, there's a lot that you can do to get clients in your local community. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about that. But if you do this right, people in New Zealand will find you. Okay? So find something to sell them. Find something to sell those people. Just think a little bit differently. I'm just kind of challenging you to think a little bit differently maybe than what you're doing currently. You can get clients here. You can make money here. It's a great time to be a consultant. But there's a lot of people who are searching for information and they're willing to pay for it. Okay? And if they find you and you have the solution to their problems, they can spend money with you and you can make money through the internet without even having to engage directly. Does that make sense? So there's basically, modern marketing. If you like, there's essentially offline marketing and online marketing, and there's a critical difference. And after this, we're going to jump into some of the major platforms like Twitter and so on. But in the offline world, people don't want to hear your marketing message, right? They don't want to hear from you. They want to watch TV. They want to listen to the radio, right? And you have to interrupt them when they're doing that with your marketing message. So you get these, like the rule of 7, right? That's a common saying in marketing. The rule of 7 says that you have to hit someone over the head with your marketing message 7 times before they know that you exist. Before they even know that you exist, because they're good at ignoring your interruptions. Right? That's totally different online. Online, people are searching for stuff. And if they find you, and you have the answer to their problem, that's it. That's it. You don't have to hit them twice. That's it. They found what they're looking for. They found you. They're like, you've all done it yourself, right? You've been on Google, you search for something, and you end up on a blog or a website, and you're like, yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. That's it. The relationship begins. So what the topic of today, to me, is these social media websites like LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, which are the 4 that I'm going to chat about, those are raging rivers. They're huge, popular websites with millions of people on them, and there are people today, right now, that are searching for your topic on those platforms. And I want to talk about how do we get stuff on there quickly and easily. Right? Everyone who here is busy. Anyone busy? I'm busy too. Right? We can do it in not that much time. So let's jump in. So the bottom line is we're finding raging rivers and then demonstrating your expertise on those raging rivers. Okay, this is what I did, right? This has changed my life.